Path Media. I was a minimum wage movie theater usher that made good and became a top earner in my network marketing company. Now, after 16 plus years in the profession, I'm finally teaching myself how to leverage the internet with online marketing and social media marketing to continue to grow and expand my business. My name is Ronnie Cruz, and this is Path of the Network Marketer.
All right, welcome back to the show. In this episode, we're going to continue our conversation from yesterday and talk about what we need to do as network marketers if we want to survive and thrive in the modern age. To recap from yesterday's episode, we touched on two things so far. The first thing is shifting from recruiting business builders and building downlines to really focusing on acquiring and keeping customers, right? We've got to become more customer-centric, customer-focused. And that shift is already happening, right? It's kind of gradually been happening for the last 10 to 15 years or so in the profession. So that's in play. The second thing that we touched on yesterday is that we need to adjust and update our comp plans to account for this shift, right? If we want the behavior to shift from recruiting business builders to acquiring and keeping customers, we have to reward that behavior. And typically, historically in network marketing, our compensation plans only paid out when you recruit other business builders, right? For example, the typical binary compensation plan, you can only qualify for commissions if you recruit somebody on your left leg and somebody on your right leg, right? You have to recruit at least two people in your typical binary comp plan. And so that's got to go out the door, right? Or keep that, but add something else where you're rewarding the behavior for acquiring and keeping customers, right? People have to be able to make money without having to recruit a single business builder. The example I used yesterday is in Yoli, we recently added an update to our comp plan earlier this year where we get paid 20% on all customer volume, right? That's new customers that we acquire and recurring customers that keep coming back and buying more, right? Customer acquisition and customer retention. And so we get paid 20% for the life of all the customers that we enroll, right? So now we have an opportunity to create a residual income without ever having to recruit a single business builder, without ever having to build a downline, right? And so these are the kind of updates that and shifts that need to happen in network marketing if we want to stay relevant in the marketplace. Now, the third thing is our marketing practices, right? We need to update our marketing practices. Yes, old school still works. Belly to belly, in-person connection still works, right? Warm market strategies still work. Continue to talk to your friends and family. I agree, of course, you have to, right? Especially if you believe in the benefits of your products and services. You want to share those benefits with the people that you care about, your friends and family. Beyond that, however, if we're talking about cold market strategies, you really, really have to be open to looking at the internet, online marketing, online funnels, social media marketing, influencer marketing, right? Because this is where the market's at, right? I think it was an episode or two ago, I talked about how the pandemic really accelerated the shift in the marketplace and has pushed more people online. Right, so consumer attention is largely on the internet, social media, and things like that. And as a result, businesses have shifted their marketing dollars away from traditional marketing channels and have moved them to online marketing, social media marketing, influencer marketing. Right, and there's this massive growth. Like this ecosystem is growing. In the meanwhile, if like us doing business the traditional way that we've been doing it for the last 50 years is shrinking, right? Like where our market share is shrinking, this ecosystem is growing. And then on top of that, I mean, the conversation about the gig economy and things like Uber, what are the other ones? Postmates, Lyft, Airbnb, where people have all these other options for creating extra income for themselves. We are becoming less and less relevant in the marketplace. So these shifts need to happen. Now, the shift for marketing is simple. We just have to be open to marketing online. Like that, it's as simple as that. And you have to create ways of acquiring customers using internet tools, using social media platforms, and creating systems for customer acquisition. There's no getting around it. And that's what my journey has been here for the show, right? Like, what is it? We're about 75 days into this podcast. I started this podcast so I can really learn and figure out a way to create a customer acquisition system using the internet, leveraging social media, leveraging online marketing and influencer marketing. And so that way I stay relevant in the marketplace, right? So this is something that you have to do. And this is why, again, I put this show together, because I want to share what I'm learning with you. The main point for today, for this episode, is like to really, really get you to open your eyes and buy into and really start looking at internet for your marketing needs, right? Again, if you're not looking at it, if you're not even thinking about it, then the risk is going completely obsolete and extinct, and you can't do that, right? So for us, again, I'm looking at it for my business, right? I'm looking at it for my own business so that I can teach these skills to my team, so that I can teach these skills to you, and then actually from a corporate side, Yoli has put together an amazing co-op system where you can participate in the co-op, and then the pool of money that's generated in the co-op gets spent on marketing, and then you get a share of whatever customers are generated from that marketing. It's a beautiful system, actually, and that's something that you can do for yourself. The point is, whether it's from the corporate side or it's from your own side as your own business builder, as a leader of your team, you got to create some sort of customer acquisition system that involves using the internet, that involves social media marketing, and really just being where the customers are, right? Being where their eyes are, right? Being in front of them, because if you're trying to do it over here, they're not looking over here, they're looking over here, right? All right, so go to where the customers are and create a customer acquisition system for yourself. Now, the last thing is, I know I talk a lot about my company here and as the example, because again, we realized both from the field leadership and the corporate leadership that we had to make these shifts. And I use my company as an example because, especially if you are a person of prominence, if you have a high level of influence in your particular company as a distributor, you're going to want to start dropping this in the management's ear, right? Whoever the company management is, whoever the corporate leadership is, you're going to want them to start making these shifts, because again, if they don't, your company will go obsolete. It will go obsolete. At the very least, start implementing and learning this stuff for yourself so that you can teach it to your teams. And then that way you guys have your own customer acquisition system, right? So whatever the equation is, use your influence and build systems within your team, or encourage the corporate leadership to build systems for the company, right? All right, that's the main reason I bring up my company as an example, because we're doing it from both ends, right? Obviously, I'm doing it for my team, and the corporate leadership and management is doing it for the company at large. So that's what's happening, and these are the shifts that we need to make in the profession, because otherwise, again, everybody else is going to eat our lunch. There's so many different aspects and different parts of the marketplace and business and the economy that have over the last 5 to 10 years been chewing away and eating away at our market share, and it's time for us to really wake up and start making a shift, because if we don't, we're going to go extinct very, very quickly. So that's the episode for today. Hopefully it makes sense. Who knows? If you guys got any questions, you guys can reach out to me. And of course, actually, I keep forgetting to mention this. Our Facebook page is now up, right? We got a group page on Facebook. It's Path of the Network Marketer. So it's facebook.com/group/Path of the Network Marketer. So you can go there. It's gonna, my intention for that is for it to be a community that you can lean on, you can get support, and get your questions answered. Just throw out there whatever it is that you might be having difficulty with or challenges with in your business. I want that. I want to build a community to help you get through those things, through those challenges. So again, it's Path of the Network Marketer on Facebook. Join the group. We can have further conversations on any of the topics that we talk about here on the show. And yeah, who knows? If you have any questions, I might address them here on the show, right? If you post a question in the group, it might be something that I could address and answer here on the podcast. So that's it for today. Again, tune in next time. We've got a fresh new episode tomorrow. So until then, be well, be safe. We'll see you in the next episode.